What's up, survivors, and welcome back to another Last Day on Earth video. And today we are raiding player 6449's base. So let's do this. Well, alright, let's see here. It looks like a decent sized base, but so far it's wood. Yeah, see, it's another small base. We've been getting some pretty unfortunate luck with the bases we've been getting lately, I tell you. We had a real good string of luck, and then it just went downhill because this is just super small. But I will say, this is not your typical modder base that Kefir generates, but it is a lower quality one. As you can see, all the trees and the random berries and all the iron and the rock. So there could be a chance that we get some good loot from this. So let's go ahead and figure out where we want to break into here. I figure let's try this level 1 wall here. Let's see what happens. Okay, and we're in. Well, that was not too bad. So yeah, you see this this random tree that's just chilling in the base. That's a dead giveaway right there. That this is just something Kefir slapped together. But it looks like we literally have 4 trunks to loot, and I've already went into this other room, so there's really nothing there. So let's get to chopping in here and see what we see. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of turkeys. So a whole bunch of turkeys and meat. You know, if I had my dog crate down, this would be a blessing, but I don't. So it's not the craziest thing, but it's not bad either. Let's go and chop into here. So we got some red tickets there. Not too bad. But as you can see, I've brought this up in some of my other videos. But if you look at the items that are in these chests, it is a dead giveaway pattern. Okay? Because if you see, there's usually 2 sets of each item. Okay, so we have 2 sets of bearings, 2 sets of rubber, 2 sets of bolts, transistors, stone, yellow tickets, green tickets. Obviously there's not going to be red because they won't duplicate that. But yeah, there's a huge pattern to that. That's why you can tell right away. And there'll be some items like the iron and different things that they won't do that on, but they'll usually be at least 2 stacks that they'll have in here of all your just regular subpar loot. So it's a good thing to look out for. Alright, let's go ahead and start kiting these guys around and go into slaughtering mode. Well, they're taking their time to get up here, aren't they? Come on, zombies. Come on, we're gonna get killed. Alright, so we can't take too much damage here, only because I brought one of my lesser quality armor sets. It was about to break, so I figured I'd just use it up. Go ahead and make short work at him, and then him. Now we've got the big boys left. Go ahead and start working them down here. So I don't know about the other chest just yet, but we may just end up doing the die trick on this base if there's some decent loot that comes up. Because if you in my last video, of course it was a revenge raid, so I'm not too surprised when you get those really bad revenge raids. But there wasn't even enough loot for us to even bother with the die trick, so it was a little unfortunate. But all right, so we got some more coal here, some stone, and some batteries. And you know, I would have loved it if all those USBs were batteries instead. That would be awesome, because I need batteries more than anything, because I burn through them all the time for my steel. So, but yeah, that's a little unfortunate there, but it's okay. Never say no to USBs, that's for sure. Okay, so we got 3 engine parts. Hey, it's not a circuit, but it's 3 engine parts. I will take that to the bank. We got 20 phones too, okay, and 20 cameras. But you see how it's always a perfect stack of each. So it's quite easy to spot. So we're at 35 noise. And next couple of things we break into, we should be able to spawn the next wave. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and break into this. We got 20 aluminum in there. So I'm going to chop this tree down just to allow us to get into the metal bench here, because otherwise that would be just really, really frustrating to try to get into that. So let's go ahead and kite these bad boys around. Get them to follow us. Oh, get them out of nowhere. Come on, guys. Let's go this way, this way. You know, I've always thought this, but those abominations in this game are freakishly fast for being big fat zombies. It's it's a little funny, actually. Gotta make sure we don't die here. Swap to the machete and see if we can't kite these little fast biters out here a little bit. Alright, so now we've got the big boys left. It's no problem. I think I'll use the rest of this skull crusher here, and then I'll just finish them off with a machete. So it may not actually get to the third wave because I'm out of armor. So we may just have to skip that, which is fine. You know, I'm not in a super big hurry to get experience anyway, so it's all good. Just eating just enough here to not die. Don't kill me. Good job. And that, because as you can see, there's spikes over there, so I'm not too worried about the zombies. We can just die on those and go back to the base. So let's go ahead and put the batteries in here and all our flash drives. Get those back to the base. And you know, I don't know how the raiders view turkeys. They can't view them too expensively, so I shouldn't have to worry too much about putting them in the chopper. But then again, I never loot them from raids. This is the first time I've ever seen a big amount that I can actually take, because there isn't a whole lot else to take. So we'll go ahead and find that out. So let's go ahead and grab this Glock. And actually, you know what? I'm going to leave all this stuff in here because we are going back to the base anyway. So we'll go ahead and drop all of our things off and head back, and then finish looting here after we're done. Go ahead and take off our machete here. And once again, if you wonder why I'm taking all my gear off, it's because when you do the die trick, you want to make sure, just as a precaution, to make sure to always have nothing on you, because there is a slight chance, it's only personally happened to me once out of all the raids I've done, but there is a slight chance that your body will despawn. But normally for that to happen, you have to do something dumb, like clearing data in between the die trick, etc. So, but as a precaution, I recommend to do it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and die here, and I will meet you guys back at the base. And welcome back, guys. We are back at the base, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the chopper here and get everything out of the chopper. Get all nice and clean and cleared out. Go ahead and put everything into the truck here because we got some room, and we're gonna head back and grab the rest of our loot. Alright, so we're gonna drive back to the base here and finish looting this bad boy up. So yeah, I apologize to some of you guys out there. I just I've again had some really unfortunate luck with raids lately, and it's just hard to get hyped over some of these raids, you know, but it is what it is. Can't complain too much. Alright, so we're back in the base here, but yeah, just to add to what I said earlier, one of the biggest things with this rating system that I do actually agree with after watching one of Dumaris' videos is he broke down the rating system and how it reflects your personal reputation with the raiders. And it made a lot of sense because he was explaining how basically, in a shorter sense, it's a scoring system that needs to be recorded. So after you do so many raids and you continue to do raid after raid after raid, it judges your performance on that raid and how well you do, and then it puts you into a certain category on what kind of bases it's going to give you. So an example with the new players, if they're not able to break into C4 bases very often, or obviously none of us can break into metal, but if they're having problems getting through some of the bases because they're higher level, as they do races and progress, it's going to start putting them in lower bases. And vice versa for the more experienced raiders. As we go through and we do well with the performance, it's going to start giving us better rates. And the approximation that he was saying is around 10 to 15 rates. I don't know if those numbers are correct, but it seems pretty on par with what I would think to actually judge your rating and kind of get the system to understand where you place in that. So I'm looking forward to that. I really think that it will make a difference as I push more raids in this update. So hopefully there'll be some more consistency to these bases that we get. But let's go ahead and make sure we get everything here. I'm definitely going to take those tickets. Again, I don't typically take them, but because the lack of items that we have, it's a no-brainer at this point. We're going to definitely take that Glock. And this is funny with this turkey because I don't need the raw meat. I have plenty of raw meat at home, but I am going to take all this turkey to stockpile for when I actually do put my dogs down, because it'll be very nice to have. Alright, so we don't need leather. Definitely don't need fur. Don't need iron, but I may take that for now. And yeah, we don't really want none of that. Let's go ahead and organize here. I would take the coal, but I have a very healthy supply of it already, so I'm not too worried about that. Definitely want to take the engine parts. Don't want to leave those behind at all. And we're going to want to take that bauxite and those phones. So let's go ahead and get loaded out here. And we'll go ahead and equip these Glocks and the machete. So we'll create a little bit of room here. Go back to our chopper. And we'll go ahead and put these tickets, because the raiders do value those a lot. Put the engine parts in there, and I'm going to put the red tickets in there as well. I think that'll do just nicely. Go ahead and organize a little bit here. Everything nice and neat. And go back. I think I'm going to break a couple more of these benches in here, just because I'm curious. I want to see what's in them. I did think, yep, some aluminum there. And so yeah, let's go ahead and see what noise we're at. Should be fine to break one more here. So nothing in there. That's quite alright. Okay, so what are we going to finish off with here? I think the bones for sure. Bauxite for sure. We'll go ahead and grab that and put it in there. I'm not gonna take those 5 aluminum bars just because it's sort of a waste. There's only 5 of them. It's not a whole lot. We'll take the tape. There would be two stockpiled up on that, and the rest of it's just literally stone and wood, stuff I can get really easily, so I'm not too worried about them. Yeah, I would take the iron plates, but in fact I think I will, because I really just don't need. And a lot of you probably are gonna look at this like, why didn't you take the meat, Vader? Take that meat. It don't matter if you don't have your puppies down. Take that meat. And I have quite a bit already. I have a half a trunk full of raw meat, as well as a small chest. Not to mention what I have at my AI base. I have another small chest full of raw meat over there. So I'm pretty good on it for right now. But I will take those cameras for sure. Just kind of skimming over here, make sure I'm not missing anything. There's 20 beans there, but I'm not going to worry about that. I did take the brick. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with what I got. I mean, it's very subpar loot, unfortunately, but it's all right. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna leave everything else. We'll go ahead and just eat here until we can't eat anymore. There we go. And I mean, there is 20 alcohol there, which is not really a necessity, but I don't think there's anything else I want to. You know what? I'll get rid of the hatchet. We'll do that. Yeah, I think we're good. Actually, hold up. We're gonna take that pattern because it's free, and we're gonna put that in our chopper for our bait chest. Because why not? You might as well take free, free loot to give the raiders when you can. And where did I put that? There it is. Okay. All right. And we are out of here. I guess I don't really want to call the next wave. I could break open some extra benches for the experience, but then again, I only have one more level to go to max, so I'm not too worried about that. Didn't leave anything here? Nope. All right. So let's get out of here. We are good. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and drive back to the base. And we're going to go in and just get a quick recap of our loot from that raid, as well as paying the raiders off to see what they want for it. Which I can't see them wanting a whole lot, just because it was, except for the turkey, it was kind of a flop. Alright, so let's go ahead and make some room here. That way we can comfortably grab some things for these raiders. Actually, you know what? No, real quick. Let's go ahead and have our recap here, just to throw it out there. So as you can see in the chopper, we did bring the 100 yellow tickets home. We got 3 engine parts, so not terrible. We did get some red tickets as well. All that turkey, which a lot of you that are watching are probably going to be jealous of that, because that's going to feed dogs for quite a while. It's a lot of turkey. So, and then we got some iron, some wrenches, some meds, and some aluminum, some bauxite, and some tape, and some phones, the cameras, some whiskey, some weapon parts, and some bricks. So pretty normal stuff there. And then we have our batteries and our 3 stacks of USBs as well. So did pretty well as far as that's considered. The electronics. Again, I kind of hoped that we found that quantity in batteries instead of the USBs, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab some. Oh, actually, you know what? I almost forgot. I moved my filters. I'm so used to them being in that acid bath that I forgot I moved them. So let's go ahead and grab some bauxite real quick. And you know what? I just realized that I put the bauxite in my inventory. That is not good. I always forget that. I always forget to put the bauxite in the chopper, because they value bauxite pretty high, as well as aluminum plates. So they're probably going to want a lot for this raid, but oh well. Let's go ahead and get to our filters here and see what they're going to want. I do think they value the tickets more though, but I'm pretty sure I put the 2 stacks of yellow tickets, the engine parts, and the red. So yeah, I could have swapped the red out for that bauxite or those aluminum plates, but oh well. Let's go and see what the damage is here. Let's go and put the bauxite in there. Yep, they're still not happy. Okay, well, seems true. Not terrible. Let's go ahead and see what we can get away with taking back. Let's go ahead and split that. Okay, let's split that one more time. Split that. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so that's the cutoff right there. So let's go ahead and try one more. No, it definitely wants both of them. Okay, So basically we're at 22 bauxite, still quite a bit, and the main reason for that is because we brought the bauxite and the plates home in our inventory. So it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get one filter here. And for those of you just tuning in, this is a trick that I have perfected and tested time and time again. If you're ever unclear about what to give the raiders, or giving them too much or not enough to get that full 3 rep, just make sure that whether you're using bauxite or iron plates, whatever you're feeding the raiders for the raid, make sure you get to the minimum seems true. So just give them just enough to get to seems true. Take one of your filters, throw it in there, and you will be guaranteed that full 3 rep. And I will show you right now. We'll go ahead and go over here and call back the raiders. And we were at 167, so we'll be at 170 when they come back. Go and come out here and take a look. Do that great spin off. Go and show them how unhappy we are that they're scammers and they're taking our loot. And there you go. So we're at 170. So it literally works every time, guys. So make sure you're taking advantage of that, because if you're doing your bunkers, and you're getting your red tickets, and you're getting, all the chest openings every time, you're gonna be guaranteed about 3 to 4 filters every 2 days. So if you're stocking up on those filters, one filter here and there when you're doing regular raids is not going to break the bank, and it's just going to prevent a lot of hassle and a lot of number crunching. So, but other than that, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and smash that like button, comment, let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.